So in this video, we are going to explore the different topics we'll be covering in the course Introduction to Psychology. So please understand that this is an overview of all the other major courses that you'll be taking throughout the 4 years of your study in school. So this is going to be sort of like patikim, okay? So a little bit of everything. And we will not actually be able to cover all the topics that there are in Psych because of course, lack of time. So I chose only the topics that I think may be very useful for you as you start out your college journey. And the things also that I think can help you adjust and adapt, especially in the time of the pandemic. So let's start. So the first is Introduction to Psychological Perspective. So Psych as a field has had a rich history. We take a lot of traditions from other social sciences as well as the biological sciences. So we have information that we got from philosophy, sociology, anthropology, and we also study neuroscience, chemistry, especially if we want to understand the brain function. So we also touch a bit into like politics because all those things involve human dynamics, human interactions. And so it's very important to acknowledge that. So when we try to explain behavior, we don't just explain it from one perspective. We try to explore various perspectives. And that's one thing that we need to learn and acknowledge early on in the field. Next is we're going to look at the most common research methods that psychologists use to try to understand human behavior. And in this chapter, we are also going to introduce to you the Code of Ethics for Filipino psychologists. Next is we're going to explore careers in psychology. What are the fields that you can go into once you've finished a degree in psychology, especially in the Philippines, as well as in other countries? I know that this is a common question. People will often ask psych majors, anong trabaho after, diba? So let's explore that a bit here. And then we are going to study a bit of neurobiology, but next sem you'll have a more detailed course on that. So in neurobiology, we're going to talk about the brain, and the nervous system and how it impacts our thoughts, feelings, and behavior. And then we're going to study how we learn. And hopefully you, together with the next topic on memory, you can use that to be a better student and a better learner, not just inside the classroom, but a learner in general in life. So in memory, we are going to explore the processes and the principles, and we are going to ask and try to answer the question of why are there some things that I just can't seem to remember, even when I know I have to remember them. And just as well, why are there certain things and people I can't seem to forget no matter how hard I try? Eee. And then we're going to go and look at the topic of intelligence. And what do we mean when we say a person is intelligent? So we're going to explore the old concepts of intelligence and the new and developing concepts of what it truly means to be an intelligent person. Next, we are going to look at the lifespan development. So we're going to talk a bit about what are the major issues and considerations that we need to acknowledge and understand depending on the person's age and period of development in life. Next, we are going to study personality. What do we mean when we say personality? And then we're going to look at emotions and stress. So this chapter is particularly useful now that we're all encountering a lot of stress from the pandemic. So hopefully you can learn more from a lot from this. And lastly, we are going to look at social perception. So in social perception, we are going to learn how do we come to come with come up with the judgments that we have of people and events happening around us. Why do we blame certain people for certain things, and how do we come to those conclusions? Okay, so this is just again all an introduction of a mix of everything in psychology, but I hope that you learn a lot from the topics, and I hope you enjoy learning from them. I will see you in the next video.